What's up, guys? This is Bullvi the Fell-Handed, and today we have a little bit of M103 action on South Coast Standard Battle. Now, you typically don't see me run a whole lot of 9s. You know, that's kind of like the grinding, so on and so forth. I don't necessarily do it anymore. I have quite a number of games under my belt, 17 tier 10s, so I don't really need to grind anymore. I've got plenty of tanks. I've got more tanks than I'll ever run. So, anyway, I am shooting for the T110 E5. I'm very close to 3 or 4 10s, and by very close, I mean I'm at a 9 and some change. Anyway, the M103 here you see before you, this has the first package, I believe, on it, and it has a semi-decent crew, maybe 5 perks. That being said, the new Bullvi, when he grinds, he is going to run nothing but premium ammunition. We're not going to bounce anything. We're just going to get out here and we're going to make it happen. Because I have the cash and I have the credit to keep the heat rounds firing non-stop. And, it kind of, in a normal game, I'd say, I'm not too concerned about it. But, in the few rare occasions I do actually grind, I feel that, every round penetrated is just going to give you that much more XP, and, it'll help you in the end. So that's kind of my semi-justification for running nothing but heat rounds. Moving on. Onto the game here. We are running the right flank, and, I'm being cautious, but at the same time, I have a good idea they're right over the hill here. We've got a gentleman right here. We're going to put one right in this side. We are taking a little bit of rounds. I have to be very, very careful about the M103 because it has that big commander's hatch dead center. We're trying to put some rounds on the 45 Bravo. It's not really happening for us, but you know what? It's very, very long range, and we're going for nothing but the commander's hatch. So we kind of have to take where we can get it. We managed to connect with this commander's hatch and damage a viewport. So we had some pretty good action right there. The downside is I don't exactly have real good eyes on him. He keeps disappearing, but luckily for me, he does not move. I'm going to see if I can't pull up here, put another round in him. It looks like I got some good spotting damage off that. Whom I spotted, I honestly have no idea. I don't believe I have any type of spotting equipment on this vehicle. This, guys, is just your heavy tank, standard heavy tank equipment. If you are not privy to what that is, you are looking at a large tank rammer, a vertical stabilizer, and vents. That is more or less scripture on a lot of heavy tanks. If you go to VB Addict, this will tell you exactly what you need to run. It'll give you the percentage that Unicums run and the percentage everybody else runs. Obviously, you should run what the unis run, and that kind of helps you out. Moving on. So, we do have a hull down gent right here. I managed to sneak one into his upper plate right there. I have a Swedish TD to my left here. I'm very wary that he's just going to pull around the rock and start putting rounds on me the next time I'm detected. But at the same time, I don't really want to risk inaction. So, I've kind of make a foolish move. I put a round down range, I get spotted, and then, he immediately starts pelting me. And there's not a whole lot I can do. This tank does not have a very, very amazing reverse speed. So right there, he put a round right into me. I turn to see if I could return fire, and I take a round to the side of the turret. And guys, if you don't know American tanks, they do not have any side armor whatsoever. You don't have that thick spaced armor that the E100 has, and you don't have that, angled sorcery armor that the IS-7 has. So, you don't necessarily have those things. You just have the soft side armor. And, that's kind of also what makes the American tanks a little bit tougher to side scrape with. So you have to keep that in mind when you're in a city fight, when you're in close quarters. think of it as a claymore, front towards enemy. You know, you could maybe angle just a little bit, but you have to understand, if you have crap for side armor and you angle it, you're going to have crap times, 1.25. So just keep that in mind. Now, we're going to kind of form up with the rest of this column right here. We're going to push through, and I'm going to see if I can't just maybe sneak to the front here and put some rounds on target. We've got a Yag up here to our front. We've got this little guy right here, this E25, kind of hiding behind. I'm just going to do a clutch shot. As soon as the reticle turns red, we are just going to remove him from the game. We do have a gent right up here above me. Luckily, I am in a favorable lobby. We go ahead and remove him. And now we're ready to go. I'm a little wary they're going to, the gentleman that I was fighting earlier on that, the very rightmost flank, are going to pull out and start putting rounds on the rear of my tank, back deck of my tank. So, as you can see here, I am extremely concerned with what's going on. And at the same time, I can't necessarily pull out very far because these two tank destroyers are going to put rounds on me. So, I am at a conundrum, a crossroads, if you will. I am in a very, very delicate position, and I can get shot at any time from any angle. So I don't exactly quite know what to do. So I am going to maintain my position. Put a round in the T25-2 right there into the mantlet. It just did not happen for me. I am still extremely concerned the Reds are going to come up behind me and start putting rounds on me. So I'm going to turn this bad boy around as best I can and see if I can't, possibly head back to the cap and engage. Because that is actually the most important thing right now, because, we have a great number of bad guys encroaching on our cap, and I need to get back there and see what I can get going. I feel a little more comfortable now that I have a little bit of cover here. I'm not in such a vulnerable position. We're going to put a round in the side of that gentleman right there. He kind of took it like a champ. If I was loaded, I could maybe sneak one in right there. But you know what? We're not, so we're not going to worry about it. And they're going to cross in front of me pretty much with impunity. So, there's going to be a little bit of farming action going on. And, you should never, you need to take every single shot you can get, guys. And that's just the bottom line. Now, you do have to be careful with a gentleman like this, because this type of guy right here can just 100% shut out your lights. I mean, such high penetration. I mean, let's not even, bring into the fact if he starts to run a premium round. I'm not taking the bait. I'm not going over there. If I see him start moving, I know he's a Russian tank. He starts moving. His dispersion goes through the roof. So now that I'm kind of confident he's left, I'm going to pull out, put another round in that gentleman. He is not 100% sure, I believe, where the rounds are coming from, but that's okay. We are tucked in. Put another round on his side. He is removed from the game. And so far, we're holding on. I mean, we're not doing fantastic, but we're doing okay. We're doing our part. And, in this game, that's really what's important. You don't have to go out here and do 5 or 6K every single game. You just go out here and do your part. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to hold on, and we're going to survive until the end of the game. So, we had a decent game. 3,063 damage, 1,100 blocked. Now, guys, I am going to be doing another weak spot guide very, very soon. So, if you have an idea on what you would like to see as a weak spot guide, please comment below. So, hopefully, you guys can come up with something semi-awesome or even super awesome, and I will do a weak spot guide of it. See you guys next time.